Well, I was going to give you a hand with the wheel nuts.
Okay, we'll look at that. Okay, so we're doing an oil change on this. It's a 2009 Toyota Matrix, little 4-door hatchback. Okay, so I got the hood open. It's always important, you need to know the year of the vehicle before you work on it. And it's always a good idea to know the mileage of the vehicle when you're working on it, because that will give you an idea of maybe some things that it might need. As the miles climb on the vehicle, things start to wear out. So from a mechanic's perspective, when I look at the mileage, it gets my brain going, and it might lead me to look at certain components on the vehicle that might be worn out at that mileage. So this is the engine right here. There's the exhaust manifold under this shield. So if I pull this cover off, I already undid those 2 screws there, those 2 nuts. Okay, there is the valve cover. And you can see the coil packs, 4 of them. So it's a 4-cylinder, an inline 4, and the exhaust is over here. So that means that the intake is back down in there. So if we follow this snorkel right here, it goes to the air filter, which is underneath this cover. And when we do an oil change, we always check the air filter, okay, to make sure it's clean. And that's the oil filter there. What I usually do is shine it up to a light, and we can see the light shining through it, and I can tell just by looking at it that it's fairly new. So it's been replaced before. So we'll put that back after. Okay, and there is the oil filter cap, or sorry, the oil filler cap. This is where we put the oil, oh, it's tight, in the engine. And we can see on the cap, it tells us what grade of oil or what viscosity of oil we can put in this. Either 520 or 020 oil can go in this engine. All right, don't worry about all the other stuff that you see. It's very confusing. All you need to worry about is that we're doing an oil change right now, and my phone is not focusing. Okay, so we'll put that back there. We're gonna there's the dipstick, by the way. This yellow engine oil dipsticks are usually identified by a yellow. This one's got like a finger loop, and we can pull this up and you can see how long it is. Okay, I wish my phone would focus. Hold on, let me see if it'll focus on Frank. There we go, it focused on you.
Of course.
That's because you're so handsome.
That's right.
Okay, so this is the oil dipstick tube, and I just want to take note of these 2 dots way down here. So what do you think this sits in? What component do you think this sits in if it measures how much oil is in it? Okay, so we'll answer that question. And you can see the 2 dots, one there and one there. So that is the minimum and maximum line. So the oil needs to be within this range in order for it to be properly lubricated, all right? So if I take it out and I give it a wipe like this, and then I put it back in there like that, and I push it all the way down, and I pull it all the way back out, and I put it all here on the rag, we can see that the oil is full and it's not too dirty. It's a little bit, actually no, it's low. You see how it's at the bottom dot there? So that means it's at the minimum line. So it needs, that's usually about 1 liter of oil. Those dots represent about 1 liter of oil. So if I were just topping this up, I'd probably put maybe 1/2 liter to 3/4 of a liter, and then I'd recheck it. So even though, actually, it's kind of confusing because you see how on this side it's reading pretty good, but on this side it's reading low. Let's try it one more time and see what happens. Okay, so the oil is full. For some reason, it just gave us a bad reading. So the oil is full, which is good. That means this engine isn't burning oil, and it's not even that dirty. It's kind of a dirty gold color, but it's not like black. But the customer wants an oil change anyway, so we're gonna do it.